Mm.
It looked like you guys were able to do what you wanted to against them. At times they were able to get the run on you guys to stretch you out. What
Yeah,
was
they
it like?
were. We knew going in they were a very good team, and we knew that we were gonna have a good scheme going in for them. But they just had a lot of playmakers. We knew that their running backs were their best players, based off of what we saw on film. But they gave it to their playmakers. They made some plays, but I think we had a pretty good game plan going in.
I think you were out for the Texas A&M game last year. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Take us through. This being your first like really gut wrenching 2-point conversion to win the game. What was going through your mind?
Right, it was exciting for sure. I didn't expect them to try and roll speed option or roll out that way, and I didn't think that's the play they're going to run because we had one defensive tackle on the field, and the line just looked like it's just like they were going to run it up the middle on us, but they do that, and Xavier Thomas made a great play. Chad made another great play after he caught a little hurdle or whatever he did, but it was just a great play defensively overall. Those guys were ready for what was about to come, and you can tell that they definitely prepared and they just made plays.
All the losses you had on the defensive side of the ball going to the NFL. So much talk, obviously, centered around some question marks in defense. What has the mood been like around you guys? Because you really maybe overperformed as a unit in some people's eyes, while the offense is actually kind of undertaking some criticism.
Right. We knew we were gonna get that, like seeing those guys leaving. We knew we were gonna hear all the good guys are gone, all those our better guys are gone. But we just really never paid attention to that. We wanted to be our own legacy. You know what I mean? So we only just try to focus on ourselves and improve each and every day. And we're never gonna be satisfied. Obviously, everybody said we've been playing well, but we want to continue to perform and grow every week.
Jordan, is there some pressure that comes with that?
Not at all. I mean, there's obviously that pressure that was like obvious of trying to live up to what those guys did, but we're not really trying to focus on that. We're just trying to focus on us and making each other better and pushing each other each and every day.
You had a couple scares last year with Texas A&M, like I said, and Syracuse also. Did morale of the team kind of feel the same way after those wins?
Well, they kind of similar, yeah, but nobody ever during the game, nobody was putting their head down when things weren't clicking for us offensively and defensively. Nobody had their head down. Nobody was moping around. We were just trying to motivate each other, pick each other up, and I think it just really worked out for us in the end.
Can a close win, as Sweeney was saying the other day, Ian, you never want to learn from a loss. You always want to learn from the win.
Right.
Can a close game like this maybe be good for the team in some way?
Most definitely. Like last year, we had that close win versus Syracuse. It definitely helped us out, open our eyes that maybe we got a lot of things to work on, and like other teams are like going to throw their best shots at us just because like everybody's preparing for Clemson and wants to play Clemson. So honestly, it honestly could help us out a lot. We've seen a lot of mistakes that we made and a lot that we need to learn from this film.
What is this week going to be like for you guys? Is there going to be like a focus on getting better and making those improvements, or are you going to treat it as, hey, we've got Saturday off?
They're never going to treat it like that, never. And the coaching staff's not going to allow us to either. We're going to treat it as if we're going to play Saturday, Florida State. We're going to be practicing, prepping for them all week, and then when we get back from the off date, we're going to go right back to it again for that whole week, and then Saturday when we do play.
You expecting some, I don't know, difficult film sessions ahead for?
Definitely a lot more film sessions because with the off day, a lot of people are going to go home, go do their own thing, and like not really be focused on it. So if we lock in on it this week, prepare like we're going to play Saturday, and then come back and prepare more, I think we'll be more than ready for the game.
Some of you guys feed off the fact that now people are starting to make you have a little bit of doubt and drop from 1 to 2 in polls. Do you feed off of that again and people are starting to not believe, even though your track record last time you're sitting?
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a thing that we really focus on. You know what I mean? Everybody obviously wants to see us lose and not do well, but we're just gonna use it as motivation and keep going. We're not gonna really focus on everything on the outside. I'd rather us just focus on what's going on the field with us.
They came out and went, I think, 75 yards in 4 plays to start the game. You feel like you guys were ready, or was that more of just they did some things to kind of catch you off guard?
Like I said, they came out, they gave us their best shot. The deep ball on AJ, like obviously nobody thinks that they're going to throw it to our best corner, but they went out and did. They threw their best punch at us. Like I said, I think they prepped really well for us. They almost knew what we were going to do. And those 4 plays, like you said, 75 yards. You have to know what the defense is going to give you in order to be like successful like that. But I think it's not a matter of us being prepared. They're trying to just like maybe caught us off guard maybe, and then we started to settle in and we were like, okay, now we know what kind of game it's going to be. Let's start picking it back up.
You guys had far more mental errors in this game than we were accustomed to seeing from Clemson. chance at all you guys were, not as focused as you normally are? Were you maybe looking ahead to the bye week? Were you maybe a little overconfident? Any factors like that?
Well, there's always that sense of maybe like looking ahead to, all right, this is our game, and then we're gonna have this week off to just go relax on the weekend or whatever. But I really don't think that was the attitude in the locker room. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody was still focused, like as if this was our game, and we're gonna prepare for it the same way as we did the first 4 games. So I really don't think that was the attitude of the team at all. We were all pretty focused this week. We had a pretty good practice week, prepped really well, film study, everything was going well. So I don't think that's was the attitude of the team at all.
With bye week coming up, you guys look to get better physically. Anybody with little nicks and stuff getting better. But you went down on Saturday. What was that? And are you looking forward physically to getting a little bit of rest?
Yeah, I went down. I had got hit, blindsided kind of on a stunt we ran, and the offensive tackle that got me. I went down. It was a minor little, like a headache. I was a little dizzy. They wanted to just look at me, make sure it wasn't anything too serious. But the bye week's a perfect week for everybody to get all those little nicks and bruises and stuff, get them healed up, and get the time to recover. So I think it's going to be perfect for us as a team. For the guys that's banged up like Tanner, guys like that.
You didn't. You said you didn't think it was anything like you guys overlooked or anything, but what do you think caused all the errors? Because you guys weren't playing as you normally.
Like I said, I really think they just came out UNC and just gave us their best shot. And they're actually a talented team, regardless of who they lost to, regardless of their record. They're actually a very talented team. They have a lot of weapons, and I feel like they just came out and they were executing on their end, and we just didn't execute sometimes on our end. And we stayed close with them the whole game, and I feel like everybody just expects us to win by 40 plus. And like if the team's good, it's gonna struggle a little bit. But they're a very good team. They came out, gave us their best shot, and we had to handle it.
Understand that North Carolina is a good team. Is this more of they were able to do things that other teams couldn't do against you before, and they tried, or did they try different things that worked that you hadn't seen in the past?
I mean, personally, during the week, they didn't really do anything that we hadn't seen before. It was just they were making a lot more plays than we were expecting. But I personally, like from film study and stuff, they didn't do anything that caught us off guard. Like everything they did, we expected that was going to happen.
I think early in camp maybe you were not certain that you were 100% yet. Describe your progression since then.
Since then, I feel great. Personally, on my leg, my lower half, I feel great. Obviously, still soreness and stuff from just playing and practicing and everything. But my lower half feels great. It doesn't bother me anymore. It hasn't been an issue for a while now.
What did you learn from that last Carolina drive? I know that it's not a 2-point conversion and everyone celebrated, but they were able to march down the field and score the goal. You go back and look at that, where there's some breakdowns, some things you can really learn from sharpen up.
I mean, it really says a lot about our guys. Like, personally, our depth in particular. Like, with Tanner going down, it's easy for us to, like, put in somebody that they're going to target. But Nolan came in. He played a great game. Darnell was in for me on the goal line as well, and he did his job, did the job well. And I feel like it just says a lot about us. Like, we've had a lot of goal line stands, and I knew we were ready for it. I knew that those guys mentally knew what was going to come. I knew they knew what was going to happen, what to expect. And then I knew we had the playmakers to make the play. So I think that really worked out well for us.
Kind of the 2-point conversion and then the earlier stands in the season. What is it about you guys at goal line defense? You've just an incredible amount of success on the stands.
I think it's just that will to not let anybody score on us. Well, you gotta have that attitude about us that we don't want anybody to score on us, especially down here. And it comes from camp, just grinding. Honestly, like grinding out, knowing that it's not gonna be fun, but we know we got to get it done. Like the offense pushed us down there in camp and scrimmages and stuff, and we just knew that we just had that toughness about us that we weren't gonna let it happen.
Jordan, on the sideline before the 2-point play, Trevor's right in the middle of y'all's huddle.
Right.
What voice does he have?
It was actually a cool thing to see. All game, I would walk by Trevor, just pick him up. 'Cause I knew we were struggling offensively and defensively as well, but just having him out there on the field with us, because typically the defense gathers on the field. For him to come onto the field and try and pick us up, it actually meant a lot to him. It showed a lot about him and his character and the kind of person he is. But that's just who he is. It's nothing that he wouldn't have done any other time. It actually meant a lot to the defense. It caught me off guard seeing it, honestly, because I came on like later and then I seen Trevor like walking off the field, encouraging guys, picking them up. And honestly, that gave us like a little boost. Like, okay, we know we got the offense behind us. Like, and it wasn't just Trevor either. It was Gage, a lot of the old linemen telling us like to push through, that they got us, that we were gonna work together. And it was real encouraging to hear.
From your perspective, what do you feel like is the biggest thing this defense needs to improve on during the bye week?
Improve on the bye week. like I said, with the injuries, everybody trying to get everybody back healthy, and we just honestly just can't take this week off. You know what I mean? We can't focus on getting out of practice early on and going back to our homes and stuff like that. We just got to focus on Florida State, focus on preparing, practicing each week, going hard, not taking any days off.